Welcome to Outdoors for Life.
And today we're going to show you how to make your light daily survival backpack. So the first thing is we have things for water. So we have some aqua tabs that make the bacteria and viruses go away. If you put one of the aqua tabs inside one bottle, then you could get the viruses away, but it won't get the dirty water out, just the viruses and bacteria.
Yeah, and I'm going to make a quick thing on the aqua tabs here. So don't have any viruses in the water for the most part in North America, but they're always something small, super lightweight that you should always have with you in your survival bag, because you can use one tab to purify 1 liter of water, but keep in mind this doesn't filter out any of the taste or the nastiness. So I think Tegan is going to show you the other filters for that.
Yep. So first we got this life straw, then bandana attached to it, which we don't really use unless you're getting out like chunks or stuff. And then the life straw, you take this cap off like that, and then you can plop it back on right just like that. And then how do we put this?
Yeah, we take bottom cap and top cap off, and then you just put that right into your water source. And if your water source is super dirty or murky, you can use the bandana and you can put it over the top here, and what that'll do for you is get out some of the chunky stuff in that really nasty dirty water. You do have to have something to put the water in that you can put this end in.
Like this smart water bottle?
Well, that's not going to be quite a good fit here because you can't fit that, but when we get to our Sawyer Mini, the smart water bottle plays a big role. But with this, you'd have to have like a Nalgene bottle or a cup of water to put it in, or of course you can just drink straight from the source with a life straw. So really kind of an emergency sort of a thing, but you can't pump water or do gravity feeds with this.
And also, it's harder to just drink straight out of the water source. Next, we have the Sawyer Mini, which she was just talking about. And it's wrapped in a red bandana. And this is the Sawyer Mini. It's right inside of this bag. And what you do...
Zoom in a little so we can get a better look at that Sawyer Mini. Yeah.
And then what?
So the Sawyer Mini, I think what Tegan was trying to demonstrate a minute ago was that you can just use a water bottle, any normally threaded water bottle. You can screw the filter directly on top.
But make sure it's not the side with the cap on. And it's this side.
Yep, and then you can just drink right out of that water bottle.
And the good thing about this, which is better than life straw, because there's many other different ways to use it. So this, just pretend this water bottle was filled with yucky, dirty water. You could just take this cap off and drink straight out of it. And then you can put the cap straight back on.
Yep.
And then it's easy to screw off, and it will take off and put back on the water bottle. Super easy.
Yeah, why don't you show them some of the other features, some of the other options that the Sawyer Mini gives you.
Okay, well, you see all these bags? These are for other ways you can use the Sawyer Mini. So the first way that I'm going to show you is these bags. Now this orange one is used for the dirty water.
That's correct. It's a 2-liter knock bottle, the knock Vecto. Really strong, really effective. And what's kind of nice about it is that this end here opens up so you have a large side to collect your water, as opposed to some of these other ones that just have the little bottle top.
Now this one is for nice and clean water, and the thing that's this one has the bottom where this little side is open right here, and then there's plastic that's blocking this one, but that one just has plastic blocking, so this one's a little cooler. And then also you see that I have this smart water bottle cap on here, but first you have to take off that part right there. You have to take off a part of the water bottle, which is this part, which is the part of the cap for the smart water bottle.
So that's just a little hack. We'll show you another one with the Sawyer here. These smart water bottles are really useful. You take the cap off and then you can plug the filter directly in. And then what you can do is fill your dirty water here, and then
it'll get super clean. And also, I'm pretty sure that the Sawyer Mini gets it cleaner than this Life Straw here.
Yeah, that's correct, Higgin. The Life Straw is 2 microns or 0.2 microns, and the Sawyer's 0.1 micron. And then you can, of course, hang the bag like this and get a gravity feed,
yep,
or you can roll it up.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Also, we have these bags, which I forgot. What are these for?
Those are just some extra 1-liter bags of water. So they're empty bags, so if you need to, you can fill this up, and you can fill this clean bag to fill these two, and then fill your clean bag back up again and have a bladder of water you can carry. Fill your water bottles, just to save space, because water bottles take up a lot of space and they're pretty heavy, so just extra water bags instead of bottles.
Yeah. We're going to put this back into it.
And I would show one other feature of the Sawyer Mini. You really do have to keep the Sawyer Mini clean, and the way you do that is by back flushing from the side you drink from. And instead of carrying the provided factory plunger, you can plug it again right into this smart water bottle top, and then you can squeeze water out and you'll blow all that nastiness out of the filter to keep it running. So just a suggestion to do that pretty often.
Yeah.
All right. I'll put this stuff away while you talk about what you have in your emergency kit.
Okay, so in this emergency kit, I have a lot of things you need. And the 3 elements that you need in survival, which is fire, water, and shelter. So we got this trash bag, which can be used for protecting yourself let's say if it was raining and you didn't want to get soaked, you could use this. You can use it if you have to cross a lake or something. You can use this to carry all your stuff in, so it doesn't get all wet, because this is waterproof.
And then additionally, and I think the next things you're going to pull out go along with that trash bag. If you get in a situation where you need to sleep out in the woods, you can put that trash bag down and cut it open. It's one of the big, heavy lawn bags, so you can cut it open. It's pretty big, and you can put that on the ground as like a ground cover, and then you can use some of the things Tegan's going to show you here.
Yep. So the first one is this waterproof bag. It's a bag that it's really warm, and if you were in survival, you could use this trash bag cover yourself up with it and go into the bag. Also, we have this emergency blanket. So it's basically the same material as the bag, except it's a blanket and not a bag.
Yeah, and you can use these in conjunction, like Tegan was saying, as kind of a system if need be. You can put the trash bag, you actually want to put that on the ground, and that prevents you from losing body heat from the ground, and it keeps everything dry. And then you can wrap yourself up in the emergency blanket and then climb into the emergency bag.
Uh-huh. And this can also be used for trash also, but you probably should use it for other things than just trash.
It's like a million uses for a trash bag, huh?
Uh-huh.
You can use it for all kinds of stuff. Just always handy to have a big trash bag. I do suggest you do the lawn bags, though, the heavy, thick ones. All right, what else you got in your emergency bag, Tegan?
Well, I've got a orange bag that is for trash.
We don't want to litter, right?
Yeah, we don't want to litter. So this orange bag, it's kind of really big and it fits perfectly in my survival backpack. It is
Just plain old trash bag.
Yeah.
Not much to it, really.
Yeah.
What else you got in there?
I've got a emergency poncho.
Ooh, good thing to have, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yep, one of the things that'll get you is the rain. Any of those thunderstorms that come, you can get wet, and when you get wet, it's no fun.
Yeah, and also that loses some of your heat sometimes.
That's a good point, Tegan, absolutely. All right. Moving on in our emergency bag here.
Well, another thing I've got in my emergency bag, which this should go with the lights, but this one I put in my emergency bag.
Oh, that's the non-battery one, the wind-up one.
Uh-huh. So I forgot how to use this one.
Yeah, so there's a lot of variations of these, but essentially, you don't have to have any batteries. So what you can do is squeeze that a bunch of times, and then you have a flashlight. You want to show them, Tegan?
Of course. So you go like this, and you see how that is like flashing?
And then you can turn it on like a flashlight.
Uh-huh.
And
Ta-da! And it's not very bright, but it still works.
better than nothing, right?
Uh-huh.
If all else fails.
Yep. And then you can push this up at the same time, because you saw how this was like into the flashlight. You go like this. Oh.
Yeah, just for a little bit better storage.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Moving on, we got our fire, and how we start fires in survival.
What you got, Tegan?
I got this.
The Fresnel magnifying lens
And it also is a ruler.
and a magnifying glass.
Yep. I can see really close with it. And
How do you use that, Tegan?
well, if you get like a stick or something, and you find the perfect angle where you get this little white dot for the reflection from the reflection of the sun, put a stick under it, and you, if the stick starts to get warm, it's probably gonna start a fire.
Yeah, and you can use it in conjunction with your little fire bundle, like the little nest that you make, or what she's going to show you next. Oh, and you can see a little reflection right there on her arm. We won't concentrate it, but this is a Fresnel lens. And it's, how quick did I start a fire the other
He
day?
started it like almost like less than 10 seconds even.
Yeah, these are really effective, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I highly suggest, and they're credit card size, so something you can just carry in your wallet, weighs almost nothing. Pretty good tool to have.
Yep. And the next thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to let him talk about.
These are just some fire tinder. What'd you say they look like?
They look like cotton candy.
But they're actually waxy.
Yeah, they're very waxy. Like my hand feels like it just turned into wax from touching it.
And you just pull these out. You pull the strands out, and then
It's
you
like
use.
you shred it with your hands.
Yeah, exactly. And then you use your lens or your.
Your lighter.
Yep, just a plain old mini Bic lighter.
Yeah.
Or you can use a ferro rod, which we do have one of those when we show you some other things.
Yep.
You can light your tinder, and this stuff will work in the rain. It's waterproof. It'll work in the rain, and it'll burn for about 2 minutes. So then you can apply some other kindling and get your main fire going. So very, very handy thing to have. You're not trying to start a fire just with your magnifying glass or your lighter. You can light one of these.
Yep. So, since we were just talking about fire, why don't we just go on to the stove?
Good
and
idea.
Our matches.
These are cool.
Yeah. So, right now I'm going to talk about this stove. This stove doesn't look like a stove right now, but I forgot how to do this. Oh yeah, so you take off the first layer like that, and which looks like this, and it just pops right back on. It's really easy. And then this you have to there was like a little crack, and it looks like this, and you pull it like that, and then these little fuel
tabs.
Yeah, these fuel tabs. You use these. You use one of these, and you put it on this like square right here.
Yeah, why don't we show them to you?
Alright.
But not with the fuel tab. Just put it down on the counter here, and we can use the cup to boil some water.
And also you use this to put it up like that, so that our little cup fits right on top.
Yep.
Mhm.
And these things are, what would you say, Tegan? Super light, huh?
Yeah, they're super light. It feels like when you hold these, they're like as light as a feather.
Alright, so I'll put that back together for you if you want to go on.
First we have these waterproof matches. And there's 40. And they're easy. You just pull them straight out like that. And you got some waterproof matches.
Just another option for fire starting as well. Something
And-
that's easier to use for Tegan.
And it's really good to have some fire starting things that are waterproof because water helps prevent fire.
Well, water helps prevent fires, but that doesn't have anything to do with waterproof matches, you silly.
I know, but it could take down like the little fire on the thing.
Well, anyway, I think what Tegan was trying to say, it's good to also to have waterproof stuff for starting fire. And when we talked about that word redundancy, what does that mean?
That means like the same thing but twice.
Yep, exactly. So you always want to have a couple ways to start fire, just in case something isn't working or you lose something or run out of it. So having a couple ways to start fire is always a really good thing.
Well, what do you think we should show next?
I think next you should show them, we showed them water. How about what you got for food right now? Just real quick, pretty simple.
I got these brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts.
Little quick energy booster.
Yep, okay. So in here I got these extra waters. They're clean.
Little emergency water.
Yep, emergency water. And then inside of, right here, I'm going to show you, is some servings, and you just have to add some water, and it's mountain berry granola.
Yeah, a little high protein, quick energy. So just for our small survival pack, we don't need to pack a whole bunch of food. As long as we got water and a few things for calories, should keep you going for a couple days if you need it.
And if you want to know something interesting, in Asia or somewhere like that, they only get one serving. Kids only get, or everybody there gets only one serving a day, and they can live with it.
Yeah, but that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Places where people are serving, I don't know.
But right here, I got some utensils.
Yep, you got your utensils right there.
And they are all attached together, but I'm pretty sure you could take them apart, right?
Yeah, you can take them apart, but they do have the kind of little carabiner thing, so we won't untape them or undo them, but spoon, fork, and a knife. And how much does that weigh, Tegan?
It still feels as light as a feather. It feels even lighter than those fuel tabs I was talking about.
Excellent. All right, well, you can put your food bag away. And how about you show us what you got for, let's say your emergency first aid kit there.
Well, for my emergency first aid kit, I've got some super glue. And you might be wondering why we have super glue in the first aid kit. Well, it stitches, first of all, and also really bad cuts. You can use it to seal it up.
Yeah, that's right. Super glue makes a really handy way of sealing up a wound out in the wilderness. So you can almost use it like stitches. So just a pretty common known trick that's really smart.
And then I've got some Benadryl.
Yeah.
You should put more than 2. We just couldn't find a lot.
Yeah, the Benadryl's always good to have, and that's good to have in case you have allergies, especially to bees.
Yeah, I have a lot of allergies when I go outside, so it's especially good for me. So in here we got a lot of Band-Aids. Here's the Band-Aids, and then we got some big Band-Aids and then some small Band-Aids. And then it's called a Sting Relief Pad. How about you talk about that?
Yep, just the basic essentials for our kit here. Some hand wipes, Sting Relief.
Q-tips and gauze.
Yep,
and Band-Aids.
Whole variety of those, butterfly Band-Aids, all your different antibacterial creams. Just a real basic, I like to call it a boo-boo kit, because it's not going to treat any big injuries, but it's going to treat your basic...
yeah, like if you got a cut and it was bleeding a lot, yeah, that would work for it. Ugh. Well, there's the rubber bands and the super glue.
All right. How about, what do you got there in that net?
Oh, okay. So in this net, so this is like for like mosquitoes and stuff. If they try to bite you, like you could put this.
Because mosquitoes love you.
Yeah, but we have some spray that will keep the mosquitoes away.
That's right.
And then we have some sunscreen, and it's 50.
Yeah, why should it be 50, Tegan?
It should be 50 so that it's really good, because when you're in survival, you're gonna be outside the whole time, basically. So you're gonna want 50 or 30 or 50 because if it's any lower than 30, it's not gonna be very good sunscreen.
Yeah, so this is the high quality sports sunscreen, but any sunscreen you can keep, it's a really handy thing to have.
And then we got a cap which you can use like if it's really bright outside.
Yeah, and the mosquito net can go right over the hat and it fits over it.
Yep, and also if the mosquitoes try to bite your head, you got net right there.
I like that. What is that, your pineapple hat?
Yeah, my pineapple hat.
I like your pineapple hat.
Yeah. I got it from my gaming place.
Alright. So, I see that you also have what looks like a bag of lights.
I do.
Ooh, let's check it out.
Okay, so my bag of lights. So in this bag of lights, I have this light, which kind
Little
of
headlamp.
under here, there's this tab that you have to pull out to make it work. And then once you're done with it, you put the tab back in. I got this green light. You pull out this tab, pull this tab out, and we've got this light, and it's pretty bright.
And you have a clip on it, so that's made to clip onto your hat or to clip onto just about anything.
And the next one should.
So, just a note here, these ones with the tabs, they're just emergency lights that were completely inexpensive. These were $1 lights. The $1 lights have a tab for the batteries, but they're actually pretty decent, like 50 lumen lights for $1. So you can just put a lot of them in your backpack.
Yeah.
Headlamps, clips, the lights themselves.
Yeah.
Ozark Trail, $1 lights. Mm-hmm.
So this light was really easy to get at the store because.
They were 10 for $1, or 10 lights for $10.
Yep, and you got 10 lights for $10. So this is the one I chose. It's dark blue. Yeah, I've got this, and it's that bright. It's kind of really bright.
Awesome. And then you have your main light.
It's mine is dark green. And it's really good. Like if it like dropped on the ground, it wouldn't like be like it wouldn't get like any.
It wouldn't get broken.
Yeah, it wouldn't
It's waterproof. And then what's this big blue thing that you got going on?
All right, so this big blue thing I brought from I forgot where I got it, but it's really bright. It's kind of big. I would say get something smaller, but it's really bright.
Nice lantern style.
Yeah.
And it hangs up, so you can use that to hang up while you're building shelter, or just to give you some comfort if you're in that emergency situation.
So it is the
BBVA compass is this particular one, but these are pretty common, pretty inexpensive, and they provide quite a bit of light for lighting up the inside of a vehicle or a shelter.
What should we do next, my whistle?
All right, let's go with your paracord tape and zip ties.
Alright, so I have a little bit more than paracord tape and zip ties, but that's like the main things that are in here. So here's my tape, and this is duct tape. You always want some duct tape.
Heck yeah, duct tape is like one of the most useful things in the world. And believe it or not, that's a whole roll of duct tape, a standard size roll.
Yep, but it doesn't have the like piece in the middle.
The cardboard.
Yeah, the cardboard.
So you take the cardboard out, and you can actually get a whole roll of duct tape pretty flat and pretty small.
Yep, so this is my paracord. It is bright red. And also in survival, you're going to want to wear something bright, just in case like like people from above who are looking for you, like if your family was looking for you and they called somebody to come and find you, they would have helicopters also to look for you. So you're going to want to wear something bright.
That's correct, Tegan.
This is my paracord. If you cut it open, there are 7 strings. Why don't you tell them the 7 strings?
Yep, you can cut open a standard 550 paracord, and there's 7 strands inside, so you can pull out those 7 strands and use them individually for extra line or for fishing line, or even for using shelter making.
Oh yeah, because you can like tie and like use the strings to hold it.
Exactly, and really the paracord is just a really useful